RT's Lizzie Phelan and her crew are the news team to gain access to Aleppo's Old City, where fierce battles are now unfolding right now between militants and the advancing Syrian army. Well, these are the first images that she sent us from there.
This is government-held West Aleppo. Until last night, this was rebel-held Aleppo. Since this morning, as the people from the city have been receiving the news that new areas have come under the control of the Syrian army in Old Aleppo, they've been arriving here. Some of them haven't seen their relatives living on that side for over 4 years. There's obviously a lot of emotion here. This building used to be used before the war to make bread, but rebels for the last 4 years have been using it to make and store weapons. In this room, a row of unused mortars lined up. Out here, 2 of the launchers that would be used to fire those mortars, the army telling us, on the West Aleppo neighborhoods of Suleymaniya and Midan. And behind, iron pipes scattered everywhere that rebel fighters were using to produce these launchers.
There's destruction everywhere. Many of these buildings still have in them unused gas cylinders, unused mortars and rockets. There's launchers for those missiles scattered in the streets. This area now back under the control of pro-government forces, but they still have further to go. Just beyond that intersection, there's still opposition fighters there. Still the buildings are filled with snipers. The danger is not yet over. These streets are lined with these launchers. The army telling us over there there's another weapons-making factory, but we're staying on this side of the road because they're worried that some of those buildings over there are booby traps and they haven't yet been cleared by Syrian army engineers. So here an unused mortar, there an unused gas cylinder that's ready to be blown up, that's ready to be fired. Booby traps everywhere that have just been dismantled. And from here, you can see how close people living in government territory were to people living in rebel territory. Until last night, this building was under the control of the opposition and was filled with rebel snipers that would fire onto civilian areas. Just beyond here, you can see there the Syrian flag flying there.
Meanwhile, a Russian colonel has died after being critically injured by extremist shelling in the city of Aleppo. Colonel Ruslan Gelitsky had been serving as a military advisor, and he was hit in one of the civilian districts in the west of the city. He died later from his wounds in hospital. The deadly attack came on the same day militants shelled a Russian mobile clinic, killing 2 female paramedics. One doctor was seriously injured. He has now been airlifted to Moscow for further treatment. The attack on the unit was condemned by the UN. The facility had been set up to help the victims of shelling.